as I've jumped on him, I've hit his chin and he's bit his tongue.
How do you feel about playing Ian Poulter? And he says, Ian who?
Greatest check and all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because were you not leading on that? I didn't want to bring this up.
All right, chaps, let's have a little chat about some of your all-time iconic shots. You can have a couple if you want, but let's start with you, Terry.
I have got a couple. I don't know about iconic shot, but probably the best shot that I've seen hit in a group that I was in was playing at Boston, TPC Boston. And a few of you'll have all caddied there, right? 18th hole, bunker right in the middle of the fairway, you've got to go down the left or the right. Well, on the Saturday, I'm caddying for Poulter, obviously, and on the Saturday, Poulter did it in the bunker, trying to miss it, but in the bunker. Decent lip on the bunker, so when you're in the bunker, it's par 5, over water, it's an auto layup. You get 9-iron into the layup area, wedge it on.
Why was he in a bunker in the first place? Do you put him there?
No, you're trying to miss it. You're taking the bunker on. It wasn't a layup in a bunker, Ricky. You must have caddied there.
Yeah.
Right, so you go right or left, and you're trying to get it 30 yards past the bunker, so you get on this par 5. Anyway, on the Saturday, we're in there, auto 9-iron layup. Sunday, we're paired with Tiger. Get to the 18th, not doing particularly well, any of us. We're back of the field, I think. But he's hit it in the bunker. And Poulter skirted it down the right, and they're putting, the group in front are putting. So we're waiting, obviously, we've got 220, 230 yards in, so we're waiting for the greens to clear. And we're stood there, and I've looked back, and I can see Tiger and Stevie just stood to the side of the bunker. Don't look in any area at all. So at one point I said to Poulter, why hasn't he laid up? Why aren't they here? He said, I don't know. He said, no one in the layup area. Anyway, wait. Pin goes back in. Pin's like 4 on 4 from the right. Horrible pin. Pulls head cover off a 5-wood. Where's he going? What is happening here? And me and Poulter are like, oh my God, what is he? How is he going to get this up? It's a lip. I don't know. This eye. What he's done, and if you remember, the load of trees down the left with the clubhouse behind him, he's gone over the lowest bit of the lip with a 5-wood with about 60 yards of cut on it and hit it to about 5 foot. He actually went up and missed the eagle putt, but that is the best golf shot that I don't think anyone else in the field would have even thought of it in the shot, put it that way. Maybe Mickelson, but that's about it. So that's the best golf shot that I've witnessed. But I think my all-time iconic golf shot that I was just gobsmacked by was Bubba Watson's snap hook wedge from the right trees on 10.
At Augusta National.
At Augusta. Was it in a playoff, I believe, as well?
Yes, the game.
That's why they're on 10.
Louis Oosthuizen, wasn't it?
I mean, how many players do you know that can move, for a start, a pitching wedge with all that loft on it, 80 yards or whatever it was in the air? And I mean, it hit the green, didn't it? And just ripped down there. I mean, for me, for me, that would be my iconic shot that sticks in my mind.
What about you, Rossi?
I'm going to be biased here. I mean, listen, I've never watched a lot of golf over my time on TV. But I'm going to go, because I obviously don't remember shots like that, Terry. You guys have got a better memory than I can't even remember what happened last week. But for me, I'm going to go with Harold. Obviously, we're playing the 18th at Saudi International 2022, par 5. And we hit it front edge of the green in 2. Now we need a birdie to get in the playoff, eagle to win. We've got 92 feet. And we laugh at this. Terry tells a story about Poulter calling him in when he's never read a putt before. So Harold's got 92 feet, front edge of the green, and I'm stood there at the side of the green with Finno, Tommy Fleetwood's on the other side, who I've grew up playing golf with. And he calls me in. 92 feet. He's like, hey, Ricci, can you come and read this putt? I'm like, for fuck's sake, I haven't read a putt in 71 holes and you want me to read a 92-foot putt? So I go in and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm not walking up to it'll take me 5 minutes to walk up to the hole and walk back. So I'm looking at it and it goes up it's flat, then it goes up a ridge, then over a ridge, and then goes right to left and feeds towards the water. So I'm looking, I'm thinking, he goes, what do you think? And I said, just get it within 5 feet and give ourselves a chance of making birdie. It's obviously going to go up and go right to left. He goes, get the fuck out of the way. So I'm like, all right. So steps away. He fucking hits this putt. And halfway there, I'm thinking, oh my God, just get somewhere close. Give ourselves a chance. And it goes over the hill, and me and Finno are looking at each other like, fuck, this has got a chance. So I sort of stepped in, and I've got a perfect view at it on the angle. And it's going in. And me and Finno have just put our hands up in the air at the same time. And he's hold it while I've dropped the bag. The clubs have gone everywhere. And I've just like run and I've jumped on him. And as I've jumped on him, I've hit his chin and he's bit his tongue. And he's like going ballistic. And for me, obviously, that was probably the greatest shot I've witnessed. I know it wasn't a shot, but it was a
Probably
putt.
the greatest check and all, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's why I jumped on him.
Just thought I'd throw it in there because it didn't sound like you were getting there to me.
But yeah, you're right.
sorry,
No, it was. You're right. I weren't bothered about the trophy. I was counting it.
He
in
was
my
just
head
seeing dollar signs.
as it
that's all he
as
was.
it went over the slope. I was like, "Go on, son."
Fill my back pocket.
I'm going to go a bit off script. Like, it'd be easy for me to say, oh, you know, we're out with this group and what I've seen. But I remember it's before I was on tour, before I was club caddying, 1999 PGA Championship, Medina. I think it's 16. Sergio hits it right. And I mean, he is behind a tree and goes on to hit that amazing fade around the cut around the tree onto the green with his eyes shut and runs up the fairway and skips up after it. And I think being like a 15-year-old watching that at home, and then also in 99, you're not going straight on social media to rewatch that. Like, you're like, watch that and the highlights the next day. And I just think that just really got me going. That did. I love that.
Smarty?
I'm not going to say the most iconic shot, but I'm going to go one that kind of sticks in my head. And it's probably one that not many people have even seen, but Telwood has definitely seen. Is we played Eurasia Cup, which is Asia versus Europe, back in, I think it was start of 2016. And first 2 days, foursomes one day, better ball the next. And we were supposed to win considerably. And it were a bit more even, wasn't it? And the night before...
I caddied in that one.
Yeah.
That was 2017, I remember it.
Yeah, and the night before, so I was caddying for Willett, and Poulter was first out. He's supposed to go and get your point, then Dan, and then like we were quite happy with order. But the night before, because it was so close, I can't even remember the guy's name that Poulter were playing. But he said that he got asked in this press conference, "How do you feel about playing Ian Poulter?" And he says, "Ian who?"
It was a bit tongue in cheek, wasn't it? But he
I know
did
it
say
was,
that.
I know it was, but Poulter obviously took it how he took it. So we're now the group behind Poulter, and he's on 15th green, and we knew Poulter were up. Didn't know by how much. Anyway, he's got this, what looks to me like about a 25-footer. We're waiting for him to clear the green. And he hits this 25-footer. And it must have been 6 foot short.
Oh, yeah.
He turns. And we're like, oh, he must just need a 2-putt for win. And he sticks his hand out. Now,
Before it's hit the hole.
Before, and it went straight in the middle, and me and Dan are just laughing his heads off because we're thinking of what's said. I mean, you can say what he said to him, but like...
He started walking towards him, and I didn't know what was coming, really. It all happened so quick, didn't it? But he's got his hand out, and the ball's probably still 2 or 3 foot short, and he just said, "Ian Poulter, nice to meet you." The guy just started laughing. The guy himself just started laughing. You know, it was just brilliant. It was.
We need to find out who that was. We need to find who that was.
Yeah, it's easy to find out. We googled that. I can't remember his name either.
Was it Nicholas Funk?
No.
Nicholas Funk? No.
No, weren't
But
it?
it's every time I think back to it, I mean, this thing, it was at least 6 foot short, and Poulter's now not even looking at ball and his hand out. So that was always one that sticks in my head.
William?
Well, it'd be easy to say Seve Ballesteros behind the wall in Switzerland, but I've told that story 1,275,000 times now, so I'm not going to say that because it's off. And that particular shot, they didn't catch on film. So I've got two. I'm going to go with the heartbreaker and the heartwarmer. The heartbreaker being Phil Mickelson on the 13th at Augusta. It looks like Lee's finally going to break his duck and win the Masters, and Mickelson got it up and down out of the trees on 8, up and down out of the trees on 9, up and down out of the trees on 10, up and down the trees on 11, and he's hit that shot on 13. How many is in the middle of the pine straw with the trees probably 7 or 8 yards in front of him with like a 3 or 4 foot gap. And Bones is doing what I did with Seve in Switzerland, try to talk him out of it, just chip it out sideways, wedge it on the green, make birdie. No, I've got this shot. And he's like, he's give it that one like Seve did, I've got this shot. And he's over the shot. I'm stood down the fairway with Westy, maybe 50 yards in front of him on the left side of the fairway by the creek. And I was like, this knobhead's going for this. I'm like,
Which you'd have been loving, right?
oh, I'm like going, oh, go for it, Phil, you beauty. Like, you know, I mean, pin's back right. I was like, what a knobhead this guy is. And he's hit this shot and it's in there and you can see it's stalled. I'm like, what a clown. And he's pitched a foot of it, water and run up like that. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. You know, then you realise you just had a jinx, like, you know. I mean, it is up there with like the most courageous lunatic shot, like Seve's behind the wall in Switzerland, but 83.5, 4 foot. I mean, it was like, what a golf shot. And he actually, when he were over the putt, he had it from about 4 foot, and he missed it actually. He made birdie, but I was ready when he hauled it. I was going to be the back of the green, like I did with Seve. I was going to get down on my hands and knees and go like that. Irrelevant if it would encourage him. I didn't care. It was like, it was just one of those that deserved, you know, the full bow. Like, it was an amazing golf shot. But it was an heartbreaker. So the heartwarmer, I've got to give Fitz a bit of credit. And I mean, the shot he hit on the last hole at the US Open to win it was a sensational golf shot, because Fitz's bunker play was a bit like mine. It was absolute muck. I'd be first to admit it. I'm not slagging you off, Fitz. I'm not slagging you off. But he would say that was the worst part of his game all year. Kept fatting him. And he's hitting that bunker. And I've done something I've never done before.
I've seen you plumb bomb in a fairway bunker shot. I mean,
I was watching on TV. I'm like, what the hell's he doing?
So I'm like, I plumb bobbed it away from the bank. I said, Fitz, if you hit on that floodlight back left of the green, that bank's not in play. You can hit on that as hard as you want. And, you know, just try and hit an hard cut if you can, you know. But I knew that's when you have your day, you have your day. And you just dropped on his numbers, and the number were a perfect 9-9 in my eyes. And as soon as he hit the shot, I mean, he plays that quick. I'm still walking away as he hits it. Not only does he miss the bank, then it's going back left and you can see it cutting in the air. And you know it's a pure strike going, you fucking beauty. Yeah, you're giving it one of them, you just know. And what a golf shot. It was shot of the season, you know, it was, you know, maybe not shot of the, you know, but it was an iconic shot in my eyes. And, you know, obviously he won the US Open that day and it was an incredible golf shot. So,
interesting you mentioned the Mickelson one. I had a conversation once with Pat Perez, who said to me he was exactly the same. Because you could talk about Mickelson. There must, if we had time, you'd sit and pick 50 Mickelson shots, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And Pat said that even as a 15-year-old junior, he said we would get in and say, you're not going to believe what he's done out there today. He's took this on, he's just the ultimate golfing punter that would take a shot on, wouldn't he? And so that's why he's going to get 30 or 40 on the list. And it is a true story that he used to give Bones 2 exemptions, twice a year he was allowed to say, I'm playing my caddie, you have to chip it out. He'd give him 2 a year, and once he'd had his 2, he couldn't talk him out of it. The US Open, who won that US Open? Was it
Jeff Ogilvy?
Jeff Ogilvy won it, but Mickelson needed bogey. He needed par to win, bogey playoff, and he's in the left trees, and Bones had run out of he'd used his 2 vetoes, so he can't. But he wants him to chip out. I mean, why wouldn't you? You got a guy who's arguably the best from 100 yards in the world, and you go, well, chip it down there. You've got 100 yards. You're probably going to make 4, and if you don't, we're a racing hot favourite in an 18-hole playoff tomorrow. Not Phil.
Yeah, of course it was 18 holes back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, not Phil. He just has a go. It makes double. And then I think he said himself in his interview, I'm such an idiot. It was that interview. I mean, it was the only way he could not win the US Open, and he showed that shows what a punter you are.
Monty done the match in front.
Yeah, he'd blown it as well. Yeah. But that's good array of iconic shots, I think.
Ricky?
I was just about to say we haven't heard Ricky's yet.
Well, I got to give you 2, yeah. I think One was 1997 US Open at Congressional. And we're on a 71st hole. And there's like 3-4 of them in contention. So there's Ernie, we're playing with Monty. Then there was Maggot and Tom Lehman behind us. And anyway, we're in the middle of the fairway. The pin's back left. And
It's like a peninsula green.
yeah, sort of slight dogleg left green. And I had something like, probably like 190 something. And Monty had missed the green to the right in the rough. And there's a ridge that runs sort of across the middle of the green. So I said, Ernie, just hit 6-iron middle of the green. The way you're putting, you're going to 2-putt this. And he's struggling to get it up and down. And the two behind are throwing up all over themselves. So anyway, I'm like, just hit 6-iron middle of the green. He's like, go away. I got this. Pulls out this 5-iron. He hits this high, soft draw. And I'm watching him going, fuck, come down, please, please. Pitch right by the flag, finished about 15 feet. I mean, under the circumstances and the pressure, that was an unbelievable shot. My other one would be 2009 US PGA at Hazeltine. And we were paired with David Toms and Tiger. And we'd sort of played it back to front the second round. So we get a rain delay. We're on, I don't know, the 7th hole. Anyway, 8th's a par 3. We've got to come back Saturday morning at like 7 a.m. It's cold, it's raining, miserable. Anyway, play the par 3, get to the 9th. I mean, Tom's can't reach the fairway. Ernie bullets one, and Tiger pulls his tee shot left. And there were 2 bunkers on the left-hand side. Anyway, Tom's hits 3 wood, short of the green. I got like 210 or something. Ernie's like 3-iron. I'm like, no way, man. 2-iron all day. It's uphill, it's cold. Anyway, bullets this 2-iron.
Over the lot.
No, it's a... no, that wasn't one of my misses.
In the clubhouse, you
But
have a veggie sandwich.
It bullets this 2-iron, it hits it to about 20 feet. Unbelievable shot. I'm looking left, and Woods is in this bunker. And he's got his right heel up against the side. His left foot is up the face. I mean, the lip's like this, and there's a tree in front of him. I'm thinking, what's he doing? I looked in the yardage book, and I'm thinking, he's still got 190 or something. Anyway, he's messing around there. I'm thinking, so he's got to have, I don't know, 3 or 4 iron in his hand, but he's up the face like this. And I'm thinking, he could hit the face and leave it in there, or he's going to hit this tree. Anyway, he gets down there. Well, he clears the lip by this much. He clears the tree by this much. And I'm like, wow. Anyway, he hits it to about 12 feet. I said to Stevie, I said, that has to be one of the greatest shots I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, we get up there. Tom's chips up, misses a putt. Ernie misses his putt. But Woods is now stalking this thing from every angle. And he knows if he makes this putt, he gets into the last group, I think, with Wai Yang for the 3rd round. So he's stalking this thing. He's all over it. Anyway, bang, makes it. I'll stand at the back of the green. I'll take my cap off. I walked up to him. I said, I think that's the greatest shot I've ever seen in my life. And he just looked at me and he went, I think that's the best shot I ever hit. And funny enough, he backed it up. Earlier this year, I think it was on Instagram or Facebook, he was doing an interview and they asked him what he thought was the best shot he ever hit. And that was what he said. So I thought it was incredible.
Perfect. It's coming from the man himself, I guess it's got to be. I'm going to argue with him. He must have hit a few of them, hasn't he? Jesus.
Well, that one in Canada, out that bunker.
Oh, in the dark?
18th.
Oh, no, yeah.
Well, yeah, like a 2-iron out of the fairway trap or something.
Yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
He was different.
That would be Grant Waite.
Correct.
Torching now, yeah.
Good memory. Good memory.
Cool, you'd love that question on Question of Sport, wouldn't you? Coming up with that answer, Grant Waite.
I've probably asked you this before, and if I have, don't answer it. So, when Stewart Cink won at Turnberry, 3 guys, Adam probably know this, 3 guys had a chance to win coming down the last 3 holes. And Stewart Cink wasn't one of them. Name the 3 golfers.
Well, Tom Watson.
Yeah.
Lee Westwood.
Lee Westwood.
Yeah. And
Well, it weren't Ross
Is
Fisher.
it really obscure?
Ross Fisher were out of it by
Yeah,
then, but
yeah,
we were
just-
playing with
yeah.
him.
Is it really obscure? Is it? Is
Yeah.
that what I'm...
Yeah.
Was it not Tom Watson?
No, with Tom Watson and Westwood and somebody
Oh,
else.
right,
Stewart Cink were never in it, but he finished like birdie and came from nowhere to win.
Did you 3-putt the last?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks for reminding me.
No.
Throw another
No,
one.
but I don't know. But it was such a vivid memory. Of like, because was there not something that went wrong? What was it? Because were you not leading on that? I didn't want to bring this up. But, that par 3. That par 3.
Might as well turn the night as well.
We come off the 14th tree and walk into the 15th tee, that par 3.
You said something to me.
No, you said something to me.
Did I?
You said to me, says,
You're going to gas it again.
no, it's not. It says,
No. I want to hear it.
it's something along the lines of, my God, he says, this is so stressful. I said, you said something like, are you not nervous? Something like that.
Did it really?
You did. He said, are you nervous? And I was like, well, of course, you're obviously nervous. You're coming down, you told me you've always wanted to win from being 9-year-old. It's like, God, you're a bit nervous, but you're in that moment and you don't think about it that much. But we're like, who knows? And then he 3-putt last to lose by a shot. We're like, but, oh, no. And he had a great shot on 15, remember?
He did, yeah.
Because you did 7-9.
That's right.
You did 7-9, like 15 foot behind the hole. Yeah. And they were like, 8 irons not enough, just a nice smooth 7-9. He had a great shot. I mean, nearly at the flag. But it only landed like 5 yards on the green, but on the front of the green were like a bit of an hole. The downslope went flying and it just missed the flag. And it missed your ball by that, didn't
I
it?
remember, yeah.
Went in the back trap. And it was an easy bunker shot, but, Westy, like, sculled it 20 foot past and missed it. Then 3-putt the last to lose. But, yeah, but going back to who were the other player?
Well, he must know who it is.
No, I don't. No, because obviously, obviously we're in the penultimate. We're the final group or the penultimate group? I think
Last group.
we're the last group because Ross was leading going into the
penultimate
final.
group. Watson were behind us, wasn't
Yeah, he was. Watson. He was
he?
in
It
the
might
last
have been
group
Tom
for
Watson
sure.
and the other guy I'm on about. Maybe.
Go on, give us a clue then.
Australian.
John Sendon.
No.
Appleby.
I thought it was.
No.
Who's Australian?
Well, it weren't Adam Scott.
No.
Allenby.
No.
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 Go on.
Matthew Goggin.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wow, yeah.
Wouldn't have got that.
I wouldn't have got
We'd have been there all day.
No way.
We're talking like we've got 6 caddies here that know it all. It's like
Where did he finish?
Matt Goggin, he probably finished about 5th or 6th, but we're like 3
In an
holes to play,
ambulance.
He were tied. He was tied for the lead. He was tied for the lead or one, but he were like 3 to play, 4 to play.
I remember that. So
Is he not the guy that? Was it him that Tiger beat when he had
No,
that ridiculous?
that's
Who did
Matt
he?
Goggle.
Oh, name's the same. Where I mean, sounds the same, doesn't it? Matt Goggin, Matt Goggin.
Same, but different.
Yeah, same but a little bit different.
So Ross was leading that. Wasn't he? After he
Ross
started off 30 birdie.
Ross were leading the Open, right?
Yeah, he's leading the Open.
And it's
after-
like his wife's pregnant, ready up. Well, if she asks baby, I'm leaving. Oh, yeah, of course you are. I mean, you're leading the Open, going to the last room. Put the cloud jugger. I'm off home. Like, I mean,
But for 56 holes into that Open, he was leading by 2. Got to the third tee.
he
shanked it
made
right.
about a 7 or 8.
Yeah,
didn't
he shanked it straight right. Obviously, or got to him a little bit, but yeah, made triple, and then that never looked back then. But
Well, listen, guys, thanks ever so much for coming along today. It's been really interesting hearing about Caddy Clubhouse and what you guys are doing and sharing your iconic moments with us. And if any of you guys watching have got either any iconic moments that you'd like us to discuss or you want to comment on the ones you've seen today, you know what to do. Thanks very much.